So welcome back to the Beast Game Podcast, and today we are talking about the DCEU's latest movie and probably final movie, Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, and it's directed by James's boy, James Wan.
I don't claim him on this one.
You claim James Wan in all that he does.
Oh, man.
But the writers
Hey,
are
man.
David Leslie Johnson Goldrick, James Wan, and Jason Momoa. But
Yeah.
David Leslie Johnson Goldrick, I knew his name from somewhere because he's responsible for what movie, James? Think about it. Leslie Johnson Goldrick.
Leslie Johnson. That name does sound familiar, though.
All right, I'll just run it for you. Orphan and Orphan First Kill.
Okay, Orphan 1 was good. Orphan First Kill
Yeah,
was...
that one was trash. I think we did a podcast on that one. Movie stars Jason Momoa, Patrick Wilson, and Yahya Abdul-Mateen, and basically does not want to recognize Amber Heard in any shape, form, or fashion.
Yeah. I was waiting for her to die.
So, like, whatever parts she might have had in the movie will probably cut. But the synopsis is, Black Manta seeks revenge on Aquaman for his father's death. Wielding the Black Trident, he becomes a formidable foe. To defend Atlantis, Aquaman forges an alliance with his imprisoned brother. They must protect the kingdom. So there's this whole kind of wacky beginning to this movie where you think it's going to start off seriously, and it kind of seemed like it was starting off in like Civil War, where they started off on the ship. It turns into like straight up comedy.
Oh, it's straight comedy.
Yeah, so it sounds like it's going to be an action scene, but it's basically Jason Momoa being all wacky because now he
Goofy.
and Amber Heard's character Mira have a child, have a son, and it's like, oh, look at me, I'm a dad, and I'm also King of Atlantis, blah, and then,
Yeah, you know what? It kind of reminded me of Ragnarok.
yeah, it had the
Or Love
tone.
and Thunder.
Yeah, definitely Love and Thunder.
I can see that.
Definitely Love and Thunder. But the whole point of this, again, from the synopsis, is that Black Manta, I don't remember what happened to him in the first movie, but he didn't die, obviously. He's coming back. He's trying to find this artifact that might be related to Atlantis that will give him the power to kill Aquaman, which is the Black Trident. And Aquaman has a gold trident. Patrick Wilson's character, who was basically the King Orm from the first movie, was kind of like the villain because he was trying to set up.
Which attached to Surface World.
Yeah, but they're making it look like now that he was somewhat right in his dislike of the surface world. So in order to help protect Atlantis, they team up together. So it's like the odd couple, basically Loki and Thor. So let's start with Matt.
Movie was trash. More invested in the visuals, but not really telling the story as fluently as it can. I think it suffers from a case of mixed identity. Is it funny? Is it serious? I'm not really feeling this movie. I don't like it.
Jay, what about you?
I agree wholeheartedly with Matt. This was basically a contract obligation for Jason Momoa. I'm glad that this movie is the end of the DCEU.
Rightfully so, because Shazam was trash. The Flash wasn't very good.
Everything that they put out, when did Wonder Woman 84?
21?
Ever since then, every movie they put out has not been good except
Otherworld movies, Elseworld, what is it? Elseworld movies,
Yeah,
the
Elseworld.
Joker and the Batman.
outside of
universe.
those and outside of the Suicide Squad. Every movie has been horrible, disgusting. And this is just a perfect nail in the coffin for this universe because it was checked out maybe.
Oh, I checked out 5 minutes into the movie.
I checked out I gave at least 20 minutes.
That opening sequence, I'm like, oh, this is not good. And
Right.
it's like
it started off very campy, fun loving and all this. Then it got kind of serious. And then it went back to campy and fun love. I'm like, make up your mind on what
yeah,
movie
you want
wanna
people to
be.
be invested in the stakes in the movie, but then you do nothing with it.
In my opinion, worse than The Flash. Because at least with The Flash,
They were trying.
they were at least trying. I did have some interest in it.
I like The Flash better than this movie. A lot
Yeah.
better.
I agree.
I'm so pissed off about the Flash. So I have to rewatch it again because I was a little miffed. Yeah, I think I would agree. It didn't make me squirm in my seat when I watched it. It just made me sad, more or less. The Flash just made me sad. That's all what it did.
And it's weird that this movie got greenlit. This version of the script got greenlit.
I think they had other problems. It was a different script.
Probably the script that had more Amber Heard.
Yeah, I think the whole story was supposed to be. It wasn't supposed to be Patrick Wilson. Yeah, I don't think Patrick Wilson was supposed to be in it as much as he was in it. I think it was Amber Heard and Momoa running around. That's a perfect team up, basically a team up. It was two people doing that thing and stuff, and that seemed to be the focus of it. That's probably where the original script went to. But
well, again, it seems to be pulling from Thor because Thor and Loki worked together.
Probably where they got it from.
Thor Ragnarok, yeah.
Probably where they got it from. More in line with For the Dark World, actually. Like,
because Patrick Wilson's not as charismatic as Tom Hiddleston. That's where the problem comes into play. Go ahead.
I think they're still working from the original scripts and overviews and outlines that Chris Nolan and David Goyer and Snyder put together for all the DCEU films. So an outlier was Wonder Woman 84. They just rewrote that from the bottom up.
Yeah.
And that was complete other trash.
Absolutely made no sense.
And that's the first thing that started to tank the DC universe.
Yeah, it was total crap. Shazam, they were still going with the whole everything leads up to a Justice League fight. It's going to lead up to the Justice League and Darkseid. They don't talk about it, but its foundation was laid out there for it. Yeah, the Justice Society popping up. They were going to have a Black Adam type of deal, and he'd be the anti-hero who would pop in to save the day, that type of bullshit. I don't think they knew how to pivot, but again, they just had that script, and then when they tanked the whole Snyderverse, they were like, well, what do? We kind of all our budgets around this script we've got. We don't have any other ideas. David Goyer wasn't going to rewrite his script. Like, he was fucking done because he was out when Snyder was out. And I think Nolan said, I'm done too. I got 2 movies in the pipeline for Warner Brothers. Once I make them, I'm like going to exit stage left.
Did not like this movie. I don't want to see any more comic book movies for a while. Next year is only one movie for Marvel.
You mean this year?
Oh, this year, 2024. Hey, everybody's 2024. Beast Game's back. But there's only one movie.
What movie is that?
Deadpool, and
that's
then
it.
Yeah, and then for
coming out
and then for DC, it's the Joker movie, and that's it. I mean, kind of rightfully so that there just needs to be a break. I doubt if certain things are solved on the Disney side. Warner Brothers seems to be at a point where everything's up in the air. They're talking about merging with Paramount. After AT&T sold to Discovery merged with Warner. So now you're talking about Warner merging with Paramount.
Mm-hmm.
Or Warner Discovery merging with Paramount. And that's not something that you would expect from a studio or TV company. Maintain consistency. That, hey, we want to show you what we have coming up, and this is our plan. Like, there's no plan. The plan is that there's no plan. So Disney has its own problems, will continue to have problems because where's my Blade movie? Whether it happens or not, egregious problems with it. A lot of it has to do with tone.
Yep.
Then, obviously, you can kind of tell that there's some back and forth because Amber Heard does not speak at all for the first 10 minutes of the movie. Even though she is seen but not heard.
Mm-hmm.
And even when she delivers lines, the lines are like kind of brief, and then it's like, oh, we're just gonna cut to Aquaman. We're gonna cut to Black Manta. So let's go to scores. Matt, what score would you give? 0.
0.
Jay, what score would you give?
0.
Okay, Keith.
I'm gonna give this score a.
Here we go.
Oh,
I'm gonna get.
Like
I like
0
the
out
action.
of 0.
The only thing, I like the action scenes. That's about it. So I'll give this movie a 2. That's about it.
Unlike the first movie, where it actually had some decent quality to it, they have done that whole thing under the sea and it been kind of wacky and stupid. But then they kind of go off to other places. I think they go to Greece and some other places. But this one did not need to exist, and for that much, it's going to get a 0. Just because it's not doing too well in the box office. Let's start off with the Marvels. Where does everyone think that the Marvels is at box office wise? Worldwide.
Worldwide?
Yeah, so it's been off of almost 2 months.
$250 million.
Okay.
I'll say about 230.
Okay.
175.
Matt is closest. It's 205.
Damn!
Oh shit! How much?
205.
God damn.
It really didn't do that
It's
well.
grossed 84 million domestically and 121 international.
Damn.
And
It really didn't do that well.
I mean, I know, but
It dropped tremendously.
well, I hope they learned from this.
Know that the budget for that movie had to be up there.
It was like 250 million.
Yeah, it
more.
was,
Three.
it
Yeah.
was in the red.
Yeah, so I mean, if you take into account the way that Hollywood works, the budget was 274 million, so we need to double that budget. So we need to be at least 600 million for them to break even. And then in order to turn a profit, it needs to be somewhere 800, 900 million or $1 billion like Disney was doing pre-pandemic. So that's not going to happen. Let's move on to Wonka. Wonka's been out for less than 20 some days. What do you think it is worldwide?
150. You know what? No, less than 20 days. 75, 80 million.
Go with 80.
About 50.
You're all wrong. 384 million.
Wonka.
Wow.
Yep. 300.
Oh,
Oh, that's
100
just white.
140 domestic, 244 international.
They love the musicals, so except
Well-
for the black musicals. I'm pretty sure Color Purple ain't making no money overseas.
Well, man, did fall asleep in the movie theater. It's Wonka. All right. So now we get to Aquaman. So where do you think that is worldwide? It's only been out for maybe about a little over 12 days.
What movie?
Aquaman Lost Kingdom.
125.
I'll say 150.
Keith?
I would say $50 million.
You are off, but it is 255 million. So one, it has done more than Marvel's in a short amount of time. Whatever's going on overseas, 173 million overseas. Those people got duped and seeing a terrible movie.
Damn. That's where the majority of the fucking
Yeah.
profit came from.
So again, let's go Aquaman Lost Kingdom budget. Budget was 205 million. So again, need to double the budget. The budget needs to be basically 410 million, 420 million for them to break even.
It may make its money back overall.
For them to break even, in order to turn a profit, we probably need to be like 500 million,
Right.
600 million. I mean, the fact that the movie thematically, series-wise, is done. Nobody cares. This is a write-off for Warner Brothers. That's pretty much it. But you can kind of see the sad state of the box office right now. Disney used to be can't miss, and now
they're missing everything.
Yeah, they're missing everything. I'm missing my Blade movie. And then,
well, man, that's a good thing though. Would you want Blade to come out in this climate right now? What they're doing?
No, not really. But then we were talking about Snyder before. You know, at least his movies were making money, even though they weren't
made a profit.
Yeah, even though they weren't maybe good story wise.
They were serviceable.
It depends. Batman v Superman, not good.
The Ultimate Edition was good.
Yeah, the Ultimate Edition was better. Yeah.
The Snyder cut of Justice League, good. That first Man of Steel movie, good.
Breaking over 50% of his DCEU movies. He did Man of Steel. He did Batman v Superman. He did Justice League. His cut. I'm not counting the one that came out in the movie theaters. I'm not counting that shit.
Yeah.
And what else did he do? He did 4 movies, right?
I think he only did those
3.
Did Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, and Justice League.
All right, so he's breaking 56% because Man of Steel was good and Snyder Cut was good. Batman v Superman, the original, like what the theatrical version?
The theatrical version was way better than what they're putting out now.
Yeah.
So Man of Steel grossed and this is worldwide, 670 million. So this is 2013 money, which is good. I mean, this was the point that Marvel was can't miss. Batman v Superman,
probably $1 billion.
No, close to $1 billion. They got like 800 million, I think, worldwide.
So Batman v Superman was Dawn of Justice. 874 million.
Yeah, it was close.
And then let's look at the
Wonder Woman. That was the next one.
Yeah, Wonder Woman.
Hey, hold on, he didn't do Wonder Woman.
No, but if you're just going down the line.
Yeah, but that's like he produced those movies, so his
So
hand was all over that shit.
Wonder Woman, basically 823 million, 2017 money. That's significant. Wonder Woman 84. It actually came out in 2020, the very end of 2020. Split release stuff.
Yeah.
So, and let's look at the Flash. We didn't look at the last Flash. Let's look at the last one. What's the last one called?
The last Flash movie.
Flash. That didn't have anything fancy.
Yeah, no.
There's nothing fancy about it.
What they call anything?
All right, sorry. So basically,
like Flashpoint or something.
Yeah,
what is that? It was just the Flash.
Yeah, just
yeah.
Flash.
So it was 270 million. That came out.
What was their budget though?
Like 300, close to 3.
They did a whole bunch of reshoots.
It's in the reshoots, and those reshoots always adds like $20 million on it.
Yeah, saying the budget was somewhere between 200 to 220 million.
Either way, it lost money. Tank.
Well, hold on. I think Keith might be right. It looks like it might be about 300 million.
Yeah, it's about $300 million. All these fucking movies were tanking. They all.
Hold on. What was the budget for Flash again?
300 million. And
how much did it make so far?
Like 200 and something.
Oh, so bomb. Okay, got you.
270. This is a sad state of comic book movies. I mean, there was a point in time, 2017, when the BCN was rocking and rolling, and Big Mike would hop on the podcast. So and so showed up on the set. We don't know what's going to happen. They might be playing somebody, and there was a level of anticipation and wanting and desire that, well, maybe they'll do this, maybe they'll do that, and none of that stuff happened. You would die a hero, live long to see yourself become the villain. And that's what happened to Disney and DC, and that's Beast Game Podcast.
Well, they fucked up because they.
But you know what's the funny thing about all this? Didn't we predict that superhero fatigue was going to kick in?
And people are starting to shy away from it now. It's like nobody wants to start announcing movies. And
well, it's. I still don't think it's fatigue. I think it's just like we're sick of shit movies. Though. I mean,
Disney watered themselves down by all the TV content.
Still went to go see Guardians of the Galaxy. That was a 2023 movie.
Yeah.
It was a good film. I liked it, and it made money. I knew The Flash is going to be some shit. I knew Aquaman was going to have problems. I was hoping that it was just over exaggeration, but I knew it was going to have problems, and lo and behold, it did. You thank James Gunn for that shit.
So Guardians of the Galaxy is 845 million worldwide.
Yeah, that was a good movie, though. That was really good. I could only name probably let's start from after Endgame. Can y'all name at least 5 good superhero movies?
Spider-Man: No Way Home.
Yeah.
Is it No Way Home?
No Way Home.
Okay,
well, Into the Spider-Verse.
Well, okay, hold on, wait. Let me phrase the question from the MCU.
Okay.
And DCEU, not animated. The Spider-Verse movies, universally great. We already know that. So, just the MCU and DCEU.
The Suicide Squad.
Okay, hold on, wait. Let's back up. So we said Spider-Man: No Way Home.
Shang-Chi.
Yes, you know what? Shang-Chi wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
Oh, Shang-Chi's pretty good.
Yeah. Unexpected, because I don't know much about Shang-Chi. He was created in the craze for martial arts craze. So, but anyway, yeah.
And that's probably it for me. That's probably it for me. Definitely not the Eternals.
Okay, so Spider-Man: No Way Home, Shang-Chi, the Suicide Squad.
Yep, the Suicide Squad.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
We're getting close, everybody. Oh, snap.
You know what? I'm going to say it. Thor: Love and Thunder. I like that movie.
No.
No.
All right,
No.
fine.
No, that's it.
That's it.
So on the DC side, during that time period that James was talking about, so we were talking about late 2019, got Birds of Prey, trash. That movie caused COVID. Wonder Woman 1984, that movie still caused COVID. Zack Snyder iteration of the Justice League, which wasn't necessarily a wide movie release, in streaming release. The Suicide Squad, Black Adam, Shazam, Fury of the Gods, The Flash, Blue Beetle, which was
Blue Beetle was.
It wasn't bad. That Blue Beetle wasn't bad. Unfortunately,
you know what it was? It was Miss Marvel. That's what it was. It was Miss Marvel.
And if we're looking at James's timeline, so you got Shang-Chi,
you got the Batman. Yeah, you already said that, right? The
Eternals.
No, we're not including those.
So you got Shang-Chi, the Eternals, No Way Home, Multiverse of Madness, Wakanda Forever, Miss Marvel, Thor: Love and Thunder, Quantum Mania, and Guardians.
Wakanda Forever was trash. It was god awful. Love and Thunder was bad.
Yeah.
I like Love and Thunder. Oh, sure, I'm telling.
The man did a split, man.
Why did that offend you so much, yo?
Because it was corny.
Black Panther, Wakanda Forever?
That shit was horrible. I knew that was going to be bad. When they didn't recast, I was like, yeah, it's over.
Disney wants to princify everything. So Wakanda Forever. Let's look at the box office. Let's look at that.
It probably made $1 billion just because they wanted to see what they were going to do. Or close to $1 billion.
Hold on.
It made money.
Yeah, it made 800.
What made money?
Black Panther.
Yeah, 859
Yeah, it made a fuck ton of money.
million.
Well, yeah, but I think that's all the success off the first one.
Yeah, I mean, everybody went to go check it out. That's basically.
And I guess it's still considered a flop, even though it made that much money.
It was considered a flop compared to what the predecessor was. That's what I think.
That money was coming from China. Hopefully, they realize now that ship has sailed. That shit's done, yo.
Yeah, they don't even want the movies any longer.
We're making our own big budget movies.
If it didn't flop, it was definitely disappointing.
Well, thematically, it's a disappointing movie. There's no way Letitia Wright's coming back. I think she's done.
Well, even seemed like even on the Star Wars side, Adam Driver's done with anything Star Wars.
Yeah, you said that shit. He's out.